Among all of the sensations you could ever have in your bottom end, I believe that itching is probably the most evil of them all. And the reason is because, well, itching is not painful. It's not something really scary like bleeding. We're very familiar with itching with mosquito bites and things like that. So at first, it seems harmless, right? What's a scratch or taking a toilet paper and wiping down there once or twice? And usually it goes away. And sometimes it's a little bit stubborn, but it's one of those things you don't really think that much about until one day it just decides to burst into a big wildfire and decide to want to destroy your life. And so today I'd like to present you some ideas that you presented, as well as my patients in here in this office, of the best tools to use to fight against itching. Hi there, I'm Dr. Chung, and I'm your friendly proctologist. I fill in those anal fissure cracks, and I also wrangle those unruly hemorrhoids. Thank you so much for being here and being a part of this community. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. It greatly helps the mission to find more people like us, and it greatly shows your support. And I appreciate you also looking in the information box below. There's some good links and great helpful info as well. I have several videos on itching already on my channel. If you haven't seen those, they go over the causes of itching, like is it from wiping, is it from infections, etc., and some simple instructions. Today's video is about giving you some tools to be arming yourself so that you can fight against this itching urge. This is all based on your feedback and my patients' feedback on what has worked for all you guys. So let's go through the list in no particular order. The first one on the list is aloe vera, and whether you buy it from the raw form in the plant leaf or you buy it off the shelf, it has this gel which is very cooling and soothing on the skin. Many people already use it for sunburn, so why not on the skin of our anus where there's a lot of irritation going on, right? A lot of antioxidant properties, and also it even has antimicrobial like bacterial and fungi properties to it. Another huge benefit, it doesn't have much oil in it, so once the cream is used up, it doesn't leave any weird funky residue on your skin. You can apply as much of this aloe vera as you want on your skin, or you can even put a little bit inside if you wanted to. It's completely safe. But I'll tell you that aloe vera won't last very long because it doesn't have very much of an oil quality to it, which means that you may find yourself reapplying quite often. I wouldn't recommend this cream if you're going to be doing long walks, mainly if you're just at home sitting around. The next one on the list is coconut oil, and this one also is very multi-purpose, just like the aloe vera. But because it's an oil, it is occlusive, like a barrier type of cream or substance that can lock in moisture in our skin, protect it from the elements so that the wounds can heal. What are some other things is that it also has antioxidant properties, antimicrobial, antibacterial, antiviral, antifungal, and also can help with wound healing. It's been known to increase collagen turnover to get these wounds to heal and progress faster. Really amazing. You can also use coconut cream as much as you want on the outside or the inside, but I wouldn't use it for a very long period of time because the coconut oil, because it's occluding our skin, forming a barrier on top, the skin needs to breathe every once in a while. So I would give the anus a little bit of a cream holiday. Maybe use aloe vera on the coconut day holidays. Tool number 3 that we have in the shed, of course, is going to be Pranicura. Hello! This stuff is amazing for itching, and it was primarily developed for this very reason. And I love this stuff. I use it because hemorrhoid itching is my go-to. This is my go-to for that. When I come off the toilet and I find that my hemorrhoids are a little bit prickly, feeling like I just sat on a little bit of a cactus, I put this soothing cream on. It's got that cool sensation. It has a very drier type of cream sensation to it when you apply it. And so I don't get that nasty, greasy feeling. There's a gentle, cool mist or type of sensation with this. And that's what I believe distracts me from that itching prevents me from scratching and driving myself absolutely nuts. You can put this stuff on the outside. You can also use it a little bit on the inside as well. It's very, very hypoallergenic. There's really I haven't heard any issues with skin allergies from this. It's a very all-natural compound here. There are some instructions that are included with this, so you can make sure you're putting it on properly so that you can get your skin issue taken care of. Thank you very much, Pranicura. Now, how about this one? Ice cubes. Many people are using ice cubes to numb the itching, and this one is when people are just out of their minds and tearing their hair out because none of the creams are working. Nothing is calming this fire down. So we gotta use this to numb up the skin. And people use it in plastic bags with paper towels over it or bare on the skin. Some people are also making suppositories out of ice and then even inserting that in their anus. And this does not constitute medical advice, right? But I do want to give you guys the feedback of what my patients have been successful with. So be careful with something like ice. Why? The anus is a very delicate place, like I said. Getting freezer burn, getting injuries because of the extreme cold is a very real concern. So definitely be careful. If you've got a very cold freezer, and you put it on something like your lips, what does it do? It sticks to it and creates a burn there. If it stays there long enough, that can happen to your anus as well. So please exercise common sense and safety with this. Use a blanket, well, not that thick, like a paper towel, right? Very thin sheet to cover the ice and shield you from all that intense cold. Because honestly, it's not really necessary to get it bare on your skin in order to get the effect. Sitz baths can be super helpful as well, especially if you have things added to the water. You can have soaps to cleanse the skin. You can have oils, herbs for anti-inflammatory, and also to bring in some moisture locking antimicrobial properties to your sitz bath. The relaxation is also really nice. Itching can also be caused by anal spasm. Who would have known, right? So if the sitz baths really bring a lot of relief, maybe your muscles are too tight. That might be the reason for your itching. So far, all we've talked about are wet things and creams. What if your body doesn't like that stuff? You hate the sensation of it. Maybe you're breaking out into rashes. Well, maybe keeping your skin dry, on the other hand, might be better for you. So some drying out powder, something like Gold Bond powder or baby powder might be helpful for you. And the thing about powders that's kind of neat is that your skin can still slide past each other because there's always a fresh dusty layer there if you apply it enough, right? And if you have wetness, it clumps up all the wetness, kind of like kitty litter, and then it falls down, right? So yes, it is a bit messy. You do want to wear a pad. Make sure your underwear can carry this used up powder, but that's how you can stay clean, stay dry, and it can last as long as you have the powder on there. Next category has 3 medication creams I'd like to share with you. The first one being hydrocortisone, and we know this one works well for decreasing our immune system, telling it to chill out a little bit so you can get some swelling to go away and also get some of that itching to disappear. You can put it on up to 4 times a day, and I would just use a small amount, like half a pea size, and just put it on the surface of your skin in a thin layer. Be careful with this cream. If you're going to use it every day, stop it at 2 weeks, 14 days, because then it can potentially have a side effect of thinning out your skin, which means that it's more susceptible to wounds. Or if you have wounds already, you can damage them further because it's a side effect of the cream. The next medication cream would be lidocaine. This one's very popular, right? It's a numbing medication. You can put this on also 4 times a day, and you can mix it with any of the creams as well. Some people put it inside their anus a bit too, because hey, I feel itching inside. That's completely fine to do too. I would also combine it with any other creams that you want to. In fact, it's already combined with many of those manufacturers out there like Preparation H or things you'll find on Amazon. I like recommending another anti-itch cream like Benadryl cream. Why? Because you can never have enough anti-itch power. And if you've got like the hydrocortisone, you can definitely put another cream and combine it with, because they work in different ways. You can use this cream also 4 times a day, just like the other ones. Just put a little dab on there and put it on the surface of your skin. You know, the thing with these creams is that yes, you can combine them all, but if you start putting a glob of each one, now you have a huge mess in your pants. So you want to be using them sparingly and giving yourself cream breaks once in a while. Baby diaper rash ointments like Desitin or zinc oxide creams, in other words, can be awesome for anal itching if you have open wounds on there. It's got a very tough protective layer because it's so heavy and thick and just won't come off of your skin, also your clothing, so you have to wear a pad. I highly suggest you protect yourself if you're walking around with it. But it has great antimicrobial properties. It shields the skin from leakage, from poop, everything. And the zinc promotes skin healing and anti-inflammatory properties as well. I also have a pill category for you guys too. The first one is Benadryl. This one has great anti-allergy, anti-itching properties, right? But the other thing I want to take advantage of is the sedation property. It helps you fall asleep. So at nighttime, I tell my patients to take a pill at night. That way you can fall asleep better and stay asleep. For some reason, which I'll tell you my reason, people always seem to wake up in the middle of the night. It always seems to get really bad. I think it's because the skin is just stuck together. Air isn't moving through, and we're just getting stuck with all our juices from the wounds, a discharge, and that creates more irritation and itching. The other medication is Zyrtec, and definitely pick up the generic version. It's cheaper. This is widely available in all the pharmacies, and it's a great anti-itch medication as well. The benefit is it lasts 24 hours with one pill, and it is not sedating. So for people who have itching issues day and night, Zyrtec would probably be the answer for you. And meanwhile, trying all of these tools and tricks, please do not forget the basics. Definitely get your routine down to get the soft stool so you don't mess up the wounds with a bad bowel movement. Please also be mindful of your wiping techniques, how often you're doing it, how rough you're doing it. If you're using any wipes at all, I highly suggest you stop touching your butt, period, if you have itching issues, because the number one reason is friction from our wiping habits. Now, with all of these tools I put out in front of you, I've got to give you, the community, the credit. Thank you so much for commenting and sharing your suggestions and ideas, because so many people have benefited from your contributions. Please keep subscribing and commenting. I'm going to keep compiling these lists to share what's been working with people. So to close out the video, also, I want to give a shout out to Pranicura to help you with your bottom and itching issues. I get emails every day from people saying how helpful it was, and it is helpful. I mean, it's helping me with my hemorrhoids. So definitely check out the reviews. Check them out on www.pranicura.com. This cream has this cool sensation that gives a lot of peace of mind. So thank you very much, Pranicura. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.